Hi Paula, I want to thank you and the Real Women of Philadelphia for giving me the opportunity to share my recipe with you. I'm so excited that I get to start off with an appetizer because I love to entertain. And the appetizer that I'm going to show you today is one that uses roasted garlic and of course Philadelphia cream cheese. So let's start with showing you how to do the roasted garlic. First you want to take a nice head of garlic. You want to make sure it's tight together. That means it's more fresh. And then you're going to cut off about 1/4 to 1/2 inch from the top of the head. You just want to expose all of the garlic cloves. Take off any loose ends too. If there's a little one that doesn't show, just go back in and give it a little bit of a cut. The reason you're doing that is because you want to make sure that when you're going to drizzle some olive oil on it, that it gets all inside the cloves. So you want to drizzle about a teaspoon or two, depending on the size of the head of the garlic clove. And just massage that in with your fingers, make sure it gets all in there. Don't be afraid of the food. I love playing with food, so. We're going to wrap that up so it's nicely closed. Set it on a baking sheet, and I have my oven preheated to 400 degrees. We're going to pop this in there and leave it in for about 50 minutes. Okay, I'm going to stick this in the oven, and once this gets going, then the house is going to start to smell so delicious. You're going to want to have guests over, so I can't wait. This dip can be served with any type of crudité, bread, cracker, but what I'm going to be serving it with today are homemade potato chips. So you can use any type of potato. What I have are a sweet potato, a regular red skin potato, but there are blue potatoes, yellow potatoes, any type of potato that makes it fun, festive, decorative, anything you want. So I'm going to start getting these ready by washing them and peeling them, and then we'll come back here and I'm going to start slicing them up. Okay, so now my potatoes are prepped and I'm ready cutting them now. So you want to make sure that they're not more than 1/8 of an inch thick, if possible. You want to get them nice and thin, so that way when they're baking up, they're going to get nice and crispy, and you're not going to have these humongous, chips. So a few slices of that one, and for the sweet potato, it's a little more fibrous, so it's a little bit tougher to get through, but try your best to get 1/8 of an inch. So now that we have a few slices of these, I'm going to toss them into our bowl here. I'm going to start with the regular white potatoes, and we're going to season them up with some salt and some fresh cracked pepper and a little bit of olive oil. You want to toss those around and coat them. And now we're going to lay them flat on a baking sheet that I've already prepared with a little bit of cooking spray, just so they don't stick. And you want to lay them so that they are flat out and they're not overlapping each other. So that way they can crisp up. You're going to have lovely potato chips when you get done. Alright, I'm going to go and I'm going to do the sweet potato chips. And my oven is now on at 400 degrees as well. And once I get everything done with the sweet potato and the regular potato and all tossed in there, I'm going to place them in the oven for about 15 minutes. Every oven is a little bit different, so your time may vary. You want to watch them and see when they're getting golden and brown and crispy, just like any regular potato chip. And then you're going to check on them and take them out. I can't wait to dive in. It smells so good already. Okay, so now our garlic is roasted and out of the oven, and it looks delicious. I mean, it's just gorgeous. So we're going to pop a few of those into the food processor. I've actually used 5 of them in my recipe. But, it's up to you. It's up to taste. If you're a really garlic fan, go ahead and use even more than that. Next, we're going to add in our ingredient of sweet roasted red peppers. You can get these jarred at the store, or you can just make your own at home, but either way is great, and this is my little shortcut today. I have roughly chopped over 1/3 cup of them, and we're just going to put them right into the food processor. So simple. Our next ingredient, which is our star ingredient, is our Philadelphia cream cheese, and I've used an entire block, 8 ounces of it. And we're going to put that right into the food processor too. You can use either full fat or lower fat. Either way works. I've tried both, and they're both great. So we just want to get that in there. He wants to get over the side, doesn't he? I know this looks super stuffed, but it's going to work out just fine. Our second to last ingredient, actually, we're going to add a little something special here with some fresh sage. So we're going to just use a heaping teaspoon of fresh sage. We're going to put that right into the food processor as well. Get those last little bits. And we're going to add some salt. Salt to taste, of course, but you want to make sure you get enough in there so it brings out the other flavors of the ingredients. Now let's pop on our lid, close it tight, and give it a few pulses. And we want to make sure it's creamy enough. Let's give it a little stir in here. Make sure it's all down in there. And we're going to go again, just to give the consistency a bit more creamy. Okay, this looks great. I'm so excited. I'm gonna pop this off. Oh, that looks delicious. I cannot wait to try this with my homemade potato chips. Let's take this off and get it to our lovely serving tray. This is so good. Okay, so you know what, guys? This party is almost started, and I hope you've enjoyed this as much as I have enjoyed sharing it with you. Food is such an experience, and I hope that you try this recipe at home and enjoy it. See you next time, guys.